What? Dragon Ball fans! Dragon Ball! I'm definitely. We finally get to see Frieza. Like, yo, dog!
Barking Zero? What the?
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero was one of the most anticipated and hyped fighting games of 2024. From well-known Dragon Ball content creators to longtime fans who have been waiting for over 17 years for a new installment of the beloved franchise, this game was easily one of the biggest games to come out in the late 2024. So what the hell happened? How did Sparking Zero go from selling over 3 million copies in 24 hours and having over 100k players on Steam alone to a 90% drop in a little over a month since release? What's up guys, my name is JustYex. Today I'm going to be discussing what happened to Sparking Zero. So today's video I am joined by Kaizen and Prestigini. These are also Dragon Ball content creators, so if you guys want to check them out, I'll leave the links in the description. But anyway, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. So I guess for the first question I have regarding like the beginning of Sparking Zero, what was your guys' initial thoughts when you guys saw the reveal trailers, and what were you guys expecting from the game upon launch?
Well, based on the trailers and the way they made it look, I was kind of expecting like Sparking to be literally just a Budokai Tenkaichi copy and paste. I didn't think it would like change mechanics and shit. Based on the marketing, it was like my initial thoughts were like, oh, they looked at the modded gameplay. They're just gonna take modded Tenkaichi and make it Tenkaichi 4, which is Sparking. I definitely thought type was gonna be something that a lot more people use, because in the initial trailer they did like power type, speed type, the whole nine, strategy and all that. That's not really something that's like a focus in gameplay. So that was my initial thoughts.
It doesn't even do a good job of like explaining like who's what.
Yeah, they could have done a way better job explaining. I'm not gonna lie, my initial thoughts, I have grown to expect nothing, so I didn't expect too much. I didn't even expect it to be exactly like Budokai, since even though it's technically Budokai, they didn't go under the Budokai name in English or whatever. So I was expecting like, as I guess if any expectations I had was like a mix of like Raging Blast, Tenkaichi, and like Xenoverse with the spamming of the skills.
What was your guys' thought when you guys finally got your hands on it?
So I played the beta. It felt slower. I was like a little annoyed with the changes, some of them, because it wasn't like a one-to-one. I was a little annoyed at some of the changes, but once I got into it, I was like, oh yeah, this shit's tech, bro. This is hard. When I came home from work, I was so fucking paranoid, bro. I would like get on the train and like stand up. I would never sit down. I'm like eyeballing people, make sure nobody's pulling shit off. I'm like, I gotta play this game. I can't die. I gotta play this game. Super hyper paranoid of my life, bro. I'm like triple checking, walking both ways on the street. Like I was amped for this game.
Yeah, literally like the same week of like the game was supposed to come out, like I was off for the rest of the week because of the hurricane. I forgot what hurricane it was, but the one we just had recently back in like what, November. But it was just like I was off the entire week, and then the game dropped that same like Wednesday or Thursday night, where I was so fucking hyped.
I just remember being at work and thinking about it and shit.
It's like I already put like maybe 24 hours in like the first 2 days of the game being out.
Oh, for sure. I pulled out and everything. I was like, yep, nope, don't call me, don't text me, not coming in.
Yeah, just back-to-back 12-hour sessions, bro. Just fucking sitting there. I didn't even go straight into rank. I went straight into a fucking story mode and shit.
What was the first thing y'all did? For you, it was ranked. I mean, not ranked. It was story mode. For me, it was ranked. I don't even think I ever played story, but one time. I've been playing nothing but ranked, so that's probably where the rant videos come from. But bad idea.
People were fucking playing this shit 3 days, like. Who got like early access, bro? They went immediately into ranked.
Yeah, yes, that was me. Straight into ranked. Didn't learn nothing. I didn't know how to super counter. I didn't know nothing, bro. I didn't know perception. I didn't know anything.
Yeah, I was like, nope, I'm too scared to do that.
I want to at least play the game first a little bit, you know. What would you say was your like expectations early on?
The ranked or like
just in general? Like I'm talking about like basically like the first month of release. Like what was your like expectations of like where you think the game was gonna go?
I'm gonna be honest, I thought we were gonna have more content, more communication.
Way farther.
The initial releasing and like the communication between Bandai up to leading to this was like crazy. But by now I thought we were gonna have like DLC, more community modes, like more engagement in the community. But you know, the game itself is good. I definitely thought more people were gonna play with the what if story mode, but I don't really see too much of that. Like it's more just like online ranked. That's really it. I don't even see people play tournament mode. I thought that was definitely gonna be something that was like long term.
Like an endless guy, so I guess I'm part of that issue.
Yeah, like even like when I first played it, I was kind of surprised at how very little there was very little to do. And plus, like I was expecting to see more for the what ifs.
Yeah, that too.
I was so disappointed. Great point, bro.
Gohan Black was pretty cool. That was cool to see. You kind of look at it, it's that you kind of expect certain what ifs to come up. Like you ever feel like that? It's like you know something's gonna be there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what if Goku got dynamic early? It's like, okay, I kind of see them doing that. Like the only one that was like I think the only one I guess was kind of intrigued about was Gohan Black. It's like, okay, that's completely different.
Yeah, that one was sick. Sadly, I didn't even see that one. Also.
Yeah, Gohan Black, Future Trunks and Top, that was pretty cool too. Really, there was not a lot.
That was the only two real highlights that I've seen online, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of it was just like slight changes to the story that made like no difference whatsoever.
Like Goku turning Super Saiyan fighting Vegeta, it's kind of cool.
It was actually kind of cool. It's just like they could have done so much more. That was my issue. Like y'all could have done way more. Like y'all really had Super Saiyan 3 Broly and shit way before like Daima and shit like that. I know Broly's not Super Saiyan 3 in there, but you know what I mean. Like there was just cooler stuff. Gohan Black is on that level, but they only did that once. I'm like, why didn't you have more type of like what if characters, which as in I'm a what if guy, so I'm like, y'all could have done a lot of shit. What if Rose went Super Saiyan 3? I don't know, just random shit like that, and then you have a new character, even if you push him as DLC, which you shouldn't if he's in the base game, but something like that is just hella dope.
Yep, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta would have been dope.
Yeah.
Gohan as his own character if he never stopped training. Like, bro, there's just so much shit.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, speaking of characters too, were you guys hella disappointed about the roster when you finally saw the full list? Because I purposely did not, like, when it came to like reveal trailers, I only watched the original reveal trailer and then like maybe the initial trailer, and then that's it. I did not watch anything Sparking Zero related. Personally, I was a little disappointed. I was like, damn, 182 characters. I already kind of knew going is like, yeah, half these things is gonna be Goku and Vegeta. I think I would have been more fine if it was like 100 characters. So let's be honest, who the hell is?
I like the character size.
Yeah, but like how often are you gonna see somebody run like Kakunsa or some shit like that, or Rubian?
You see Ribrianne a lot, and Cocoons is actually pretty good. That's why I like it, because there's actually a lot of like niche stuff that's good, and those characters are actually like Ribrianne's meta.
I don't know.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
So I never see Rubian or Kakusa ever, bro. Not just because like PC is dead or anything, but like even from like launch day up until now, I've not seen not one Rubian or Kakusa. That wasn't me.
To be fair, you're in like the higher ranks. If you go in the higher ranks, you're gonna see like a couple Ribrians here and there, and then on whose channel has been putting on Ribrian, but Ribrian's broken. That's why she's kind of like that. There's a bunch of weird cheese blockables and stuff like that. But to the main point, I do see what you mean, but my counterpoint, I guess, is where like slight debate. These games have always been known for like the character size, so I'd rather see more than less. Like, I think it was Kaizen or someone's videos. It was like, I like the feeling of not picking this character and just having it there, and I kind of agree with that. I just like the character being there, even if I'm not going to pick them. Like, I want the option to pick like a base Goten, which obviously would probably be in the game, but I want the option like Lavender and Basil or whatever. Like, people want the option to play those characters regardless if they're gonna actually get played or not, because people just like the character.
I agree with that point, just because I know people won't pick them, so I'll be the guy to pick them instead. But that's why I think character size is definitely important.
I know I saw some people that they were disappointed that Devilman wasn't in the game. A lot of the older Tenkaichi characters that weren't in the game. So why is so and so in the game but not X, but this person? So it's like,
yeah, I can get that for like Super 17. That is a character that actually makes sense. That should be in the game. If we're doing GT, I don't know why he's not in the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Super 17 should have been in the game versus fucking Dogman. Like, I have a debate for both sides again. For some of the people that are like, well, why aren't these characters in the game? My counter debate for the other side is, as I said in my video, which is, most of y'all are saying this stuff and don't play characters anyway, so I wouldn't think too much about it. But then for the people who actually play non-meta, I get their side of it, because I actually would play the fuck out of Super 17. Slick back his hair, clip his boots off and shit, whipping up niggas, like, that would be so lit. But yeah, I wasn't disappointed personally on the roster side. I actually think it's pretty well made for what it is. I only wish we had Super 17. GT Trunks, I think, should be his own character. GT Gohan would have been cool. He would have been washed up, bro. And I can't really think of anybody else.
Face GT Vegeta should have been in the game.
Yeah, that could have been cool. Final Shine Attack.
Yeah, I could just go on a couple characters, but it'd be like, there's no point. Well, I guess one I do want to mention, like King Vegeta, I feel like that would have been cool. Like, I don't know why he wasn't in it.
I remember like that first like week, like those 2 weeks of launch, bro. It was a war zone, bro. Like, I remember people were so upset that IGN gave this game like a 7 out of 10, bro. And they were fighting to the death about that.
They probably factored in the story or something like that.
But it's funny too, like looking back at it now, it's like I can kind of agree with IGN at some point with some of the points. On a good day, yeah, it maybe is a 7, 8, but like on its worst days, bro, it's like a 4 for me.
a 5. Actually, nah. If I'm being honest, it's a 0. If I'm lagging the whole time, bro, that shit.
Yeah, but it's like it's so crazy too, because like Bandai was like so vocal about certain shit. It didn't take them that long to fix Yajirobe and like the story mode difficulty.
It's damage control, and I knew that's what they were gonna do. Couple patches, make you feel good, and then dip.
Yeah, it's like they fixed Yajirobe and then they fixed like they nerfed the damage for the boss and shit. And story mode, but after that it was just radio silence for like what 2-3 months. Speaking of Bandai, do you want to address the elephant in the room and why the fuck it took them 3 months to get a balance patch?
I'm gonna go ahead on that and say I think personally 3 months is quick, and it could be my bias from Naruto because we didn't get shit. It just takes a while to understand what's actually broken and what's broken at the time. You know, people are quick to be like, oh, this is busted, and then 2 weeks later we find a counter to it and it's like, never mind, false alarm.
Yeah, I think I would say for the first month I was like, yeah, the game's still relatively new, but once it reached that second month mark, I was like, okay, where's our patch, bro? We need something. I literally remember like my first ever ranked game on Sparking, bro. I fought a Yajirobe on DP, bro. That nigga stalled the entire match. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the state of ranked, huh? And then I was right immediately into stall meta. I was just like, this is fucking awful.
I do think they did a great job overall though for the past 3 months. I think the only thing that they need to work on is perception, stalling. I think the switch timer needs to be tweaked. I think if you're already attacking somebody, they shouldn't be able to switch out because that be saving niggas on God.
Somebody was to ask you like, why did this game die? Would it be the community's fault, or would you say it's Bandai's fault, or would you say it's both?
Well, I don't think the game's dead at all. I think there's still plenty of people who play. Like it takes 5 seconds. Well, I don't know about PC, but on console it's definitely not dead. PC at night is dead because I streamed and I ran into the same like 8 people on ranked in a loop. So that I can definitely say it's getting there. But on console, I don't think it's dead.
Would you say the game would be more popular because of the community, or you think it's a mixture of both? Like the game could be popular, way more popular than it is, but it's because of the community is the reason why the game's in the current state as it is, or do you think it's Bandai?
It's the community. I'll die on that hill. The dorks fall, play neutral. Everybody will enjoy themselves, including the people who want to win at any cost. Because if you're better, then you're better.
Yeah, it's definitely a mix, in my opinion. Like the game could have came out in a different state with like less cheese and all that and weird bugs, but at this point the community kind of knows what's going on. So whoever is doing the toxic stuff, they're the ones continuing to do it. Like you can't patch this game like Fortnite. It's not a live service game, so can't expect Bandai to be like, oh, we're patching this, we're patching this, we're patching this. Like at a certain point, I feel like integrity and morals got to come into play, and a lot of people don't got that.
I completely agree.
Yeah, speaking of integrity, what would you say was the most, I guess, irritating thing you've played against so far? Like, what would you say is like the fucking pinnacle of like, this is the reason why this game dropped off?
Oh, that's definitely the UI. UI's got to be at the top of the pinnacle. You're the problem.
I think,
and specifically UI key blaspheming.
I think on the second half you're right, but I feel like on the first half of the game taking a hit, it was when niggas started abusing giants and android, and that was right after the perk popping meta with Yajirobe. So I feel like that's when it started getting a little cheesy, when you saw the tournament of people just going up and down, people spamming in the tournaments, I don't believe, but giants spamming that dash that you couldn't block. Like that was
the headbutt.
I feel like that's when people were like, y'all think this game can be competitive? Like, nah.
I think the least annoying thing, arguably for me, is the key blast into ult. It got so bad that I got used to it. It was easy to dodge. That's how consistent it was on rank. Even if the people didn't know how to dodge it, like the same. And then some of the people I don't feel bad for because they were also playing crazy ass characters. So I kind of miss the shit, to be honest. I kind of miss the shit.
What the fuck you don't?
I miss the expression of
with my
I definitely do.
I would flourish in that meta. I'm like, I'm gamma versus.
I'm saying, bro. I used to vanish point blank in front of niggas. They were just spamming. I miss those expressions, man. The blank face. Oh my god, what do I do now? It didn't work.
I used to fly to the top of the map with those giants spamming, and they couldn't do anything. And that was hilarious. Yeah, they would legit stand there for a second and be like, what do I do? Because their dash wouldn't work. And I'm like, yep, you're getting key spam.
Which meta do you guys think is worse? Old meta or new meta?
I think only because people are better. I think with people being better and key spamming with certain characters, it's worse. Like there's low-key nothing you can do against like an MUS spamming perfectly. Like you can't go through the key blast or nothing. And when you get close to them, you're like at no key because they're just charging in between while you're trying to rush them. So I think that shit's way worse than people playing a little weird with androids at the time. But I guess my take would be, if that old meta was still here, it would be worse than the meta we have now because of how good people have gotten. You have people literally running away the whole time with androids.
That would be wild.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna abuse the up down, only run away, only key spam. And there's probably people already doing that, but that would have been actual meta, like known type shit if the game would have just stayed there. Because the game, I've always been saying, in most games like Storm and shit, these fighting games are resource based, so the more resources you can keep and save for the play, the better. The more meta, technically.
So, based on like the recent tournament we Bandai hosted, would you say this game is almost ready to be competitively viable, or it still has a long way to go, or do you think this game is not competitive at all?
This is a long way to go.
Yeah, it's a very long way to go. The mechanics in the game itself could be. They just gotta tone down a couple of things.
Implementation. The implementation and the mechanics are bad, but the ideas are great for an arena fighter. I got a video on that shit, bro. Like, I've already thought out these points. This game could easily be competitive if they put the time into making it competitive, but they're not going to put the time into making it competitive, sadly, as we've been shown. Like, they've been updating it, but they should update it more frequently.
Definitely agree. Like, we're right there. I don't think there's that many things, but it's just like, I feel like the more meta that pops up and people widespread it, especially on Twitter, where Bandai primarily watches, then I think they should be coming up with ideas to tone some of the stuff down or tweak it. The real problem is just there's too many things in the game that are not resource required. Perception doesn't take shit, bro. You just stand there and hold the circle. How do y'all feel about the double dash? The key blast or the key charging double dash? I know a lot of people are like, they nerfed it too hard, they should put it back because now you can't get to people who are abusing keys. What do y'all think?
I think it's fine. They just need to tune other things around it.
So, like, what would you guys say is like the game's strength and weakness?
I think its strength is that I think it's the most in-depth arena fighter that we've gotten in a while, or ever. I don't know. It's probably not ever. I bet you Budokai 3 has more depth, but it's one of the most like in-depth arena fighters. But the weakness is the implementation, including netcode, because like if you're gonna have an intricate game like this, then netcode needs to be on point. Definitely.
This game is definitely capable of a lot of tech-worthy shit. It's just netcode is definitely the downfall. It's not freaking patches as well. That's probably the one weakness. Lack of communication, lack of constant updates. Like, at least tell us, like, hey, we see the bullshit. We got y'all. Just give us time. That's all people want to see. Now, we're not saying it has to come out tomorrow, but acknowledging that you're watching and paying attention to what's happening is way better than just disappearing.
Yeah, I would say, like, when it comes to strengths, bro, this game is, you can tell that they put a lot of passion and love into the game, but it really needs, I think it needs more love. Like, this is the Dragon Ball simulator fighting game. Biggest weakness for me is just like the lack of updates and the communication, like you said. I think the game would be like way more better. It'd be 10 times better if we actually like had communication and like we actually got frequent patches. Like, it doesn't even have to be balanced. It doesn't even have to be balanced patch. It just be like new skins and shit, new stages. It's like you don't have to wait until DLC.
Literally, just something to hold us off. Like, that's some content for people. Like, everyone's gonna be like, oh wow, they're making the new hell map and it's a free update, and then our stomachs are fed for like a little bit until the actual real update, instead of it just being a dry spell, everyone complaining, everyone making rant videos and shit like that. Definitely hold us off a little better with some like, I think that would be perfect. I've been said they need like a battle pass, but not everyone agrees with that. But like, dropping some fucking costumes, since they already fumbled the bag there, they could use that to their advantage. Like, oh, here's content quotation that should have been in the game, but here's it as a free update. Like, that would be nice. Even like alternate colors. Like, you should not have to go on PC to put on some alternate colors, dog.
Because I think that's all the questions I have. Is there anything else you guys want to ask or talk about?
That covers a lot of it, most of it. That I can do.
That was legit everything. We like ran through the game. We talked about the characters, the stage. That's like 3 vids right there, bro.
Yeah,
we legit just recorded like 4 vids.
Before the video ends, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching my video. I tried my best to get this video as short as humanly possible. Again, links to Prestigini and Kaizen's channel will be in the description, so if you guys want to check them out, tell them I sent you. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you guys in the next Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video. See ya.
Yeah, I swear they treat me like I'm Debo, pussy nigga, get your bike back. Tweeting like a pussy, use your hands, nigga, fight back. You better not tweet again, pussy nigga, fight back. Fight back. We know you gon' tweet, nigga, fight back. Me know you's a bitch, nigga, fight back. He gon' play victim again, my nigga, fight back.